From Captain America's super strength to Spider-Man's insane agility, we've seen some legendary transformations in the MCU, but which one reigns supreme? We're breaking down the most iconic serums and enhancements to find out which one truly packs the most punch. Ready to see who makes the cut? Let's dive in.
Kick names, take ass.
Number 7. Red Guardian Serum, last on the list. The Red Guardian Serum, while enhancing strength, durability, and speed, falls short in terms of versatility and longevity compared to other super serums. Alexei Shostakov, the Soviet Union's answer to Captain America, was injected with a version of the Super Soldier Serum that amplified his physical abilities to superhuman levels. Throughout his prime, Alexei achieved impressive feats. In Black Widow, he effortlessly flips a 2-ton dumpster. He chases down a plane, taking off at 40 miles per hour, then hangs onto its wing at 63 miles per hour while shooting out the tires of a moving vehicle.
Oh, there's Tom Cruise doing it!
Even in his later years and a significant weight gain, Alexei still demonstrates his remarkable strength by snapping an inmate's wrist during an arm wrestling match. Though his skills have deteriorated with age and imprisonment, Alexei retains the ability to perform superhuman feats. This is evident when he kicks down a prison door with ease. However, his battle against Taskmaster highlights the serum's limitations. Despite his raw power, Alexei struggles to match Taskmaster's combat expertise, revealing his diminished combat skills. Furthermore, the serum fails to slow his aging process, contributing to its lower rank on this list.
What kind of super serum did you get?
Regular. Hydra.
Oh, fancy.
The Winter Soldier Serum takes 6th place. It's an imperfect replica of the original Super Soldier Serum, but still grants extraordinary enhancements. The Winter Soldier program was a top-secret Hydra project started by Arnim Zola in the 1940s to brainwash American soldier James "Bucky" Barnes and turn him into a super soldier assassin known as the Winter Soldier. In Captain America, the Winter Soldier, Bucky showcases his strength by ripping open the door of an armored shield SUV and overpowering Captain America in close combat. Although his vibranium arm helps him to lift and throw heavy objects and block attacks from enhanced individuals like Black Panther, all these strength credited to Hydra Serum. His endurance allows him to fight multiple opponents over extended periods without tiring. However, Bucky's susceptibility to Hydra's mind control highlights a potential flaw in the serum, or its conditioning process.
Я готов отвечать.
In December 1991, Hydra sent Barnes to assassinate Howard Stark and retrieve Stark's replicated Super Soldier Serum, which was used to create more Winter Soldiers. The program was terminated following the event when the new Winter Soldiers to become unruly and turn on Hydra, then had the Winter Soldiers placed in cryostasis chambers at the Siberian facility and later terminated by Helmut Zemo. These serums, along with its status as a lesser version of the original, keeps it in 6th place.
I'm not the only Winter Soldier.
The heart-shaped herb, though it grants incredible abilities, ranks 5th.
Sick.
Millions of years ago, a large meteorite composed of vibranium crashed into Africa, where it gave off massive amounts of radiation, affecting the plant life around it over time. When the time of man came, several tribes began fighting over the vibranium. The Panther goddess Bast instructed a warrior shaman to ingest the herb, transforming him into the first Black Panther, who united the tribes into the country of Wakanda. This native plant was traditionally consumed by those who held the mantle of the Black Panther. It provides enhanced strength, speed, agility, and durability, allowing the Black Panther to stand toe-to-toe with any super soldier. In Captain America: Civil War, T'Challa chases down Bucky and outrunning speeding cars and demonstrating superior reflexes and agility. The herb allows for heightened senses and stamina, making Black Panther a relentless force in combat. Black Panther even grabbed and pushed a rhino to the ground, stopping its momentum. These things can weigh as much as 1 to 2 tons and more. Its slight downside lies in the fact that its effects can be nullified with an antidote, as seen in Black Panther. The other weakness of the heart-shaped herb is that there's a spiritual component to it. If you don't pass the test in the spirit world and become accepted as the Black Panther, it's just a poison that will kill you. This vulnerability places it below other contenders.
I don't get.
The original Super Soldier Serum earns the 4th spot. Its permanence, balance of enhancements, and moral amplification make it iconic. Project Rebirth, also known as Operation Rebirth, was a United States government project initiated in the 1940s during World War II, the goal of which was to use the Super Soldier Serum to transform Allied soldiers into super soldiers in order to fight against the Axis powers. Administered by the Strategic Scientific Reserve and the U.S. Army's Infantry Weapons Development Program, their first and only success was Steve Rogers, who became the superhero known as Captain America. The project was terminated after Erskine was assassinated by Hydra and classified under the designation Weapons Plus. In Avengers Age of Ultron, Cap was able to lift and throw a motorcycle. An average motorcycle weighs 400 pounds. Steve also tore a wood log in half with his bare hands, able to throw Ultron into a concrete pillar and breaking it with one arm. Ultron weighs at least 1,000 pounds, able to stop a car from falling into the Sokovian abyss until until the bumper fell off. An average car weighs 2,000 pounds. Moreover, in Captain America, the Winter Soldier, Steve was able to lift up a beam weighing around 10 to 35 tons while being shot 3 times in the stomach area and suffering from knife wounds. We had another, far more impressive example of Captain America's speed in Civil War. He managed to run in full costume and carrying his shield at easily 50 to 60 miles per hour, passing the different cars around him before eventually grabbing a ride of his own to save him the time and effort. This scene also showed Black Panther is arguably equally capable of this speed, as Cap was struggling to catch up to him. Needless to say, he's an incredible runner, as are Bucky and Black Panther. Steve Rogers pulls a helicopter out of the air, showcasing several tons of strength. He could also keep Iron Man from flying away with one arm again. Iron Man's jet boots are said to be the equivalent of a jet power. His resilience is unmatched for a human. He survives freezing for 70 years and walks off injuries that would incapacitate others. In Avengers: Infinity War, he momentarily holds back Thanos with raw strength, a feat unmatched by most non-cosmic beings. The serum also enhances cognitive abilities, granting Steve superhuman reflexes and strategic thinking. Its unique ability to amplify moral traits makes it more than just a physical enhancement, cementing its place as the MCU's gold standard for balanced superpowers.
Should have taken that serum. Bucky was full of shit.
Over the decades, it has been recreated by several parties, most with a considerable degree of success. It is notably responsible for the physical enhancement of Bucky Barnes, Alexei Shostakov, Isaiah Bradley, Bruce Banner, Emil Blonsky, Carly Morgenthau, John Walker, and Robert Bob Reynolds.
Assemble.
Number 3. The Talokanil Herb, a vibranium-infused plant from a mysterious blue rock, grants extraordinary powers surpassing even the MCU's Super Soldier Serum. Consumed by the last members of a Mayan tribe in Zama village to protect themselves from diseases brought by Spanish colonizers, the herb transformed them into the first Talokanil. Similar to the heart-shaped herb, the Talokanil Herb's effects are far-reaching. It enhances physical abilities, strength, speed, stamina, agility, durability. Talokans seem to have a high level of resilience and accelerated healing abilities when they were able to recover from serious injuries struck by Okoye, and aquatic abilities, capable of breathing underwater, and grants aquatic telepathy connection to marine life, allowing them to ride whales and make aquatic creatures carry large objects for them, and they can also climb the walls of ships with ease. One of their creepiest abilities, however, is their siren song, which puts their enemies in a hypnotic and controllable state. However, the transformation comes with a price. Those who consume it turn blue and lose the ability to breathe air as a result. They can't no longer able to survive on land, adapting to a life under the sea. When consumed during pregnancy, the herb triggers a genetic change in the baby, as seen with Namor, granting him a mutant physiology that slows his aging and elevates him to a level far beyond normal Talokans, ranking higher than even the Super Soldier Serum. This evolutionary leap marks the birth of Talokan, the underwater nation founded by the first Talokanil, a civilization now defined by its strength and unique genetic heritage.
I don't have an answer for that question.
The Radioactive Spider bite delivers an extraordinary power set that's unmatched in versatility, places second. In the MCU, Peter Parker's spider bite might not have come from Oscorp, but from Stark Tower. The theory is that the spider was irradiated in a lab similar to the one Bruce Banner used to cure himself, which appeared in She-Hulk and likely existed in Avengers Tower. Around late 2015, young Peter could have snooped into the lab, getting bitten by a spider exposed to the same radiation as in the original comics. Tony Stark, seeing potential in Peter, began tracking him as a recruit, feeling responsible for the incident. This explains Tony's fixation on Peter and his efforts to guide him. Peter showcased his impressive strength. In Spider-Man: Homecoming, Peter Parker holds a split fairy together, a feat requiring immense tensile strength. Moreover, in Captain America: Civil War, Spider-Man casually blocks Winter Soldier's metal arm and fights Falcon and Bucky simultaneously. In one moment, Spider-Man prevents Captain America from reaching his shield with his strength, which is likely why Steve didn't hesitate to drop the jet bridge on him, showcasing how Spider-Man's strength was a serious threat to Cap's ability to fight back. Furthermore, in Spider-Man: No Way Home, Peter's spider sense allows him to evade Dr. Octopus, Green Goblin, and even react while his body is astral projected by Doctor Strange. Peter's superhuman agility, wall crawling, web slinging, and reflexes make him a formidable opponent. We see in Infinity War how casually Peter stopped the swing of Cull's hammer, making it come to a full stop immediately without putting much strain into it at all, able to greet Tony as casually as he would if he were walking down the street. Cull is able to toss the much lighter Spider-Man away, but Peter doesn't seem to be hurt at all by any of the impacts, neither from the throws nor the few hits Cull is able to land on him. Also, the Titan team smartly leveraged Spider-Man's unique abilities by pairing him with Doctor Strange. This allowed Spider-Man to leap through a portal, land a punch, and vanish before Thanos could retaliate. The strategy proved effective, landing a few solid blows and leaving Thanos visibly frustrated. His abilities lack any long-term drawbacks, and his enhanced reaction time gives him an edge over most others on this list. Number 1. Project Gamma Pulse reigns supreme.
No Banner, only Hulk.
Project Gamma Pulse was a program developed by the United States Army to rekindle Project Rebirth and recreate the Super Soldier Serum in order to form super soldiers as a response to the September 11th attacks. Banner chose to substitute the original serum's Vita radiation with gamma radiation, believing it held the secret of unlocking the original serum's formula, producing the most powerful transformation in the MCU. The Hulk's strength, durability, and raw destructive power are unparalleled. In the Avengers, Hulk stops a Leviathan with a single punch, sending the massive creature crashing to the ground. In Thor Ragnarok, he fights Thor to a near standstill in the Sakaar arena and nearly knocks Surtur to the ground, demonstrating strength and combat skills comparable to a god.
Big monster.
In Avengers Age of Ultron, Hulk rips apart the Hulkbuster armor, which was specifically designed to neutralize him. Even in Avengers Endgame, Professor Hulk holds the Infinity Gauntlet and survives the snap, albeit with significant injuries, showcasing unmatched durability. Hulk's strength scales with his rage, meaning his upper limits are virtually infinite. While all these enhancements grant extraordinary abilities, gamma radiation's unmatched power and durability secure its spot at the top of the MCU superpower hierarchy.
Puny god.
Spider-Man's powers shine in versatility, while the Super Soldier Serum remains the most balanced enhancement. What do you think? Do you agree with our ranking, or would you place a different serum at the top? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's settle this once and for all. Don't forget to subscribe for more epic MCU rankings and insights.